I'm so excited to show you today something I actually have an expertise in. Are you ready to learn something new and maybe, in fact, be inspired to try something new? Let's get right to it. We're going to do 3 times, 3 locations, and you can pick which one is your favorite. Be sure to tell me in the comments which tree hug you love the most, and actually if you've ever hugged a tree and what I could do to inspire you to be a future tree hugger.
This is one of the rarest tree hugs there is. This is the lying down on the tree hug. And it happens when a tree bends, like this one. So I can just basically climb on the tree trunk. And I really want you to see what I'm looking at because it is amazing. It is. This is just Julie's little idea of paradise, that I'm not on the ground and I have this view while I'm reclining and lying down. It's kind of like a tree recliner, actually. So you don't have to hug a tree the way that everybody else hugs a tree. When you come upon a tree like this one, to me it's just like irresistible. It's like tree candy. It's like it's not low-hanging fruit. This is like candy that someone stands on a street corner. Well, no, that sounds like it's a bad person. This is like your favorite teacher giving you a piece of candy just for existing. Not because you got an A on your paper, not because you did well on the test, not because you were perfect attendance, but just because you exist. You're a C student, you exist. Here, have your favorite candy. Have a big size Reese's peanut butter cup. That's what finding a tree like this is to me. Anyway, hold on, I'll show the rest. And here's the reward. Look, I'm lying here on the tree, my feet planted, and I'm looking up at this. I don't know why people mock tree huggers and tree hugging. It is among the most amazing things one could do. And then I sit up for my tree hug and I look back over the squirrel nursery school over here. There's 2 little babies peeking up. I don't know if you can see them. Here they are. And I look back over at my view. What a perfect way to spend a little while during my March morning here in Bakersfield, where it's perfect temperatures, beautiful blue skies, and a never-ending show. Look at this baby run. Run, baby, run, baby. Here it comes. Run, 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 run. Oh my goodness, that's a fast-running squirrel. Squirrel baby. People often ask me, so what is your favorite tree to hug? Surprisingly enough, my answer is often parking lot trees. I love hugging parking lot trees. And one of the reasons is oftentimes parking lot trees are really hurting. But today in Fresno, I found perhaps the most beautiful parking lot tree I've ever seen in my life. And it was just calling to be hugged. Granted, this parking lot has a lot of really nice trees, oaks, pistache. And as I turned the corner, oops, the guy's waiting. I saw this beautiful, beautiful oak tree. Is that not a gorgeous specimen of a tree no matter where it is? And a gentleman came along and wanted to park exactly where I was standing. That was kind of embarrassing. But he did move. He's going through a different spot. It's like, yeah, every day you see someone standing in a parking lot enjoying a tree. Anyway, here she is. She's gorgeous. This is actually our 3rd tree hugging adventure of the day, and we're going to do the very famous tree lawn tree hug, which is the most easily experienced in a neighborhood where they have the thing called the tree lawn. Here, I'll show you. I have to confess, I did not know what a tree lawn was in the past, but you see that beautiful sweet gum tree? That is sitting on a tree lawn, as is this gorgeous pistache tree right here in front of us that happens to be in front of my cousin's house. This is the beauty we're going to hug today. Are you ready? This, I think, is the most conventional tree hug. When people just stand up with a tree and they put their arms around it, and my face is against it, as you can see. I don't think you can see my knees, but my knee is up around it. This is perhaps the easiest tree. This tree is actually the perfect size for a tree hug. I can wrap my hands all the way around it. And I happen to love pistache trees. This is perfect. Now this thing, I think, was put here when this tree was first planted. In my opinion, it ought to be taken out. It served its purpose. Right now it's just doing nothing, except for giving me something to hold on to. Now this is one of my favorite tree hugs for beginners. If I, in the chapter of my tree hugging book, I'll say tree hugs for beginners. And this is one that works that way. It's just leaning up against the tree. Because you can do this tree and nobody even knows you're hugging a tree. You don't have to say, look at me, I'm a hippie tree hugger. I'm not a hippie tree hugger, although a lot of my personality traits are kind of similar. Free-spirited, loving nature. I don't, however, wear patchouli, and I like to get my hair done nice and pretty, although you can't tell today. But anyway, the lean against the tree hug is fabulous. I also like to write sometimes. I'm a writer. That's my primary thing that I do. I am an expert at writing also. And when I write, sometimes I like to write outdoors, leaning against a tree. One of the most famous writing tree hugs I've done is writing in Emily Dickinson's backyard, up against one of the most famous trees there. True story. I've never done a video there though. You just gave me an idea. I appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Julie Jordan Scott, the Creative Life Midwife. I'm also known as, right now, the anti-expert and creativity crone. That's the era that we're in my YouTube adventures. So if you would follow me, subscribe as they call it here, if you would subscribe to my channel, comment, like, share with your friends, make me so very happy. It really helps a lot.